Hey guys, what's up? Mano here and welcome to the channel. A couple of days ago, I posted a poll on the community section of my channel asking what video do you want from me next. As of recording this audio, these are the results of the poll. So, we will be talking about converting the ever so popular Honda CRF150L into a Supermoto again, but this time I'll be sharing with you a practical, cost-effective, and functional wheel setup for this bike. Also, we'll be comparing this setup against a more popular, wider tire setup, and I will be telling you the pros and the cons of both configurations. So if you happen to have a CRF150L and you're planning to turn it into a traffic slicing, corner carving Supermoto, then this video is for you. Before I begin, I just want you to know that I talked about converting this bike in previous videos. I'll put all the links in the description below if you want to know more about converting your humble CRF150L into a Supermoto. Also, I'm giving out free information regarding this matter, and I would really appreciate it if you would give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. Alright, let's begin. For this practical wheel setup, we'll be using the stock hubs. After all, the point of this build is to save a bit of money. The stock hubs have 36 spokes at the front and 32 at the back. For rims, we'll be using a 300 by 17 at the front and a 350 by 17 at the back. Again, take note that your rims must have the exact same number of spokes as the hubs you will be using. For tires, we'll be using a 100 by 80 17 front tire and a 130 70 17 at the back. For spokes, you can get away with a 185mm long set for both the front and the rear. There will be excess spokes sticking out of the rim once they're all laced up, but feel free to cut them off. Do that once you get the correct rim offsets, by the way. Now once you got everything right, you can use tire tubes if you prefer that, or go with a tubeless rim setup. Now the cost of these parts depends on what brands you will be using. It's hard to put a fixed price on things because of a lot of factors, but I highly suggest you do your parts hunting and research. Alrighty, here we have our practical, functional, and cost-effective wheel setup for the CRF150L. I have done this setup on numerous bikes, so here are some samples. Okay, so what are the pros and cons? Here we have the black CRF rolling on our budget wheel setup beside a previous build with the larger tire setup for visual comparison. Let's start with our budget setup. Since this setup has a smaller front tire, agility is the name of the game. The bike will be more responsive to steering inputs, and the narrower tires front and back contributes to a lighter feel when maneuvering. With regards to fuel efficiency though, generally, smaller tires can result in better mileage due to reduced rolling resistance. Also, this won't put too much strain on your engine, giving you better access to its full performance. Now for the cons. Having a smaller tire footprint might provide less grip, especially on difficult situations. But then again, this is a CRF150L. It's an overall lighter bike that is best suited for tight situations that bigger bikes might have a harder time dealing with. Now for the bigger tire setup. Having a larger front tire contributes to increased stability, especially at higher speeds. Wider tires generally provide more grip, beneficial in diverse road and weather conditions. And because of that, the larger tires can instill confidence during cornering, providing a very planted feel. However, a large front tire may result in a slightly slower steering response compared to a smaller counterpart, resulting to a heavier steering feel, requiring more effort to steer. Now in terms of engine performance, this setup is a lot heavier and puts more strain on the engine, resulting in more fuel consumed and a sluggish engine feel, especially under acceleration. Now, despite the pros and cons, I have to admit that the bigger tires do look better compared to its smaller, more agile counterpart. Ultimately though, the choice between these tire combos depends on your preferences, riding style, and the type of motorcycle that you have. For the CRF150L, the smaller tire combo might suit those prioritizing nimble handling and wanting more from that little engine, while the larger tire combo may appeal to riders seeking stability and more on the looks. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. Like this video if you found this helpful and subscribe to my channel if you dig my content. Leave a comment below if you have something to add. By the way, if you happen to be in the Philippines, particularly in the island of Cebu, and in need of tires or interested in a supermoto setup on your bike, feel free to DM me. I'll be happy to help you out. As always, see you next time. Bye.